Gerry, you look fabulous. You've lost weight, done your hair, and you've had a birthday.
I have. I've been a very busy young man. How are you, Liz? I've missed you so much.
And you, my love, what did you do for your birthday?
Low key this one because it wasn't a big one. I went out for Sunday lunch with my twin brother and his wife and our mum and my partner, and we had a lovely time. Must send you pictures actually of the big roast dinner that we had. Well, I couldn't eat it, but it's a massive. No word of a lie. It was about that big, the Yorkshire pudding. Actually,
Oh,
I'll send it to you now so you can see.
God,
And you're
really?
like, yeah, it was humongous. And I said, there's no way you're going to eat that. Not in a hope in hell. And he didn't. So
Oh
it
my
was,
God.
his eyes was bigger than his belly, so to speak. You've heard that expression before. But it was a fantastic afternoon and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And the desserts were amazing. There you go. I'll just send that to you now. And looking at the pictures, it's like, wow, the desserts were even amazing as well. So see the size of the Yorkshire pudding.
Oh my God. You know what? I can't make Yorkshire pudding over here because it needs to be gluten free.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
But and I had one of the desserts. The that was the toffee, I think it is, and what's the hard stuff? Not caramel.
Sweaty
Oh,
Betty.
honeycomb and toffee sundae. Great big thing it was. God, that was. I enjoyed that more than the dinner.
Do they still do Sweaty Betties over there?
What's
Do you
this
remember
sweaty bed?
Sweaty Betties? That's going back.
What is it? I've no.
Sweaty Betty. It used to be like
Kids
a
have got an
toffee
itch.
and an ice cream. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what these call Sundays now.
Oh, they
I
don't call
mean,
them Sweaty Betty.
well, that's not very nice terminology when you're going to eat
Well,
it. Ready, Betty?
it is if you fancy someone named Betty.
Let me just. Oh, I don't want to
I
see.
do miss the British desserts. We don't have good desserts like that. Our desserts over here are too sweet. I don't
Look,
like very, very sweet.
that's the size of the Yorkshire pud.
Oh my God. How did they put that together?
Oh, so the dinner was actually inside it. There was a ton of food in there. And to
Yeah, but
be
for
fair, he
our
tried.
American,
Huh?
sorry, for our American listeners, Yorkshire pudding is not sweet.
Oh no. It's a savoury dish. It's part of your. You put it. They put the roast beef and the veg inside the Yorkshire pud, but it was nice. But as I say, the didn't clear our plates, needless to say. So the hens got a nice feed that
Oh,
afternoon. No meat, all just veg,
oh
and
my
Yorkshire. But
God.
they love Yorkshire puds. So yeah, so I've been busy. Uh, I've cleared my decks. I'm pleased to, you're proud of me, Liz. I'm up to date with all my readings, and I've had quite a few come to the house, so that's been good, and it's all cool. Busy.
Well, as you know, if you've watched the news over there, there's a lot going on over here. And I thought we could do a tarot reading on Kamala Harris.
No problem at all. So I did have a look before I came online. She's a Libran, and so is her husband. He's a Libran. So Gemini Libra Aquarius tend to be quite control freaks, but there we go. It's we'll see, but we'll see what comes out on that. Biden, Scorpio, Jill is Gemini, and Donald is Gemini, and his wife is Taurus. So we'll see what comes out, will we?
Yeah, hopefully we'll just focus the cards on Kamala, but you never
Yeah.
know where they come out. So,
Well, obviously, yeah, because they're all swords, really. Jill and Donald are swords. So we want to concentrate on Kamala and what did I say the husband's name was? Doug. Was it Doug?
Think
Hoffman.
it's great that you're doing this because you don't have any bias towards any political party. That's very
No,
important. People don't understand that, right? When you're doing these types of readings, you can't be biased. You really have to remove your emotions when you're doing remote viewings and all that. That's why you should always try to stay neutral. It doesn't matter, like your opinion, my opinion, the reader's opinion does not actually matter. What
no,
matters is the information we're putting out to the audience. So a lot of times people say, you should have done your research, Liz. You should have not. No, no, you don't want to know, right? The
no,
less
not at
you
all.
know, the more pure the information. So
But if
take
you
it
recall,
away.
when we were going to the general elections over here, I did predict that the Tories wouldn't get in, the Conservative Party, and that Sir Keir Starmer would be the next Prime Minister in London. And what happened? Keir Starmer is the Prime Minister in London.
Yeah. And Khan is trying to tax people for having a driveway.
Oh, that man. Oh, God, he'd tax his own mother, he would, I'm telling you. He would, honestly. He'd go for the white in her eyes and go back for the rest of them. So let's see what comes out with Kamala. I reckon she was probably called Pamela and thought, I want to be sounding a bit more different, special.
I like the name Kamala, actually.
It's unusual. I've never heard of it before. Kamala's a
No,
lovely name. I knew
no,
of Kamala,
she's
but we
half
won't talk
Indian.
about that.
She's half Indian, half Jamaican.
Oh, is she?
Hmm.
Oh, well, there you go. You learn something new every day. Just being a bit OCD with my cards, tidying them up. Okay, well, I'm ready if you're ready.
Take it away, Jill.
Goes down in the middle. Okay, well, she needs to stand her ground to overcome her obstacles. There is a dark-haired person around her. Could be a Libran, but they're not being genuine. They're phony. Now, oddly enough, Mr. Harris is Libran. But we'll see.
And I got that it's
He's
her
not
husband.
actually Harris. Mr. Harris. Mr. Hoffman. Hoffman?
Her husband. Just call him
Yeah.
Mr. Husband.
Mr. Harris, I'll call him. Her wishes, hopes, and dreams will come true. That's interesting.
Mm.
There's her partnership. Bearer of good news, news of a baby in the family circle for her. She don't want that right now.
Sorry, Joe. When you're holding the cards out, can you just make sure we see all of it, please, love? Sorry.
I do apologise.
Thank you.
So, right, the next one is, can you see that?
Yeah.
This is the Hermit, and this is the light at the end of the tunnel.
Wow.
And then the new Ace of Rods. So, new beginnings coming in for her.
Whoa.
Positive changes ahead.
This will be interesting.
She's in limbo at the moment, and she's waiting for something better to come along, and it's coming, I think. But interesting, the incident that happened with Mr. Trump, you know, that
What, the ketchup packet on the ear?
I'm trying to be politically correct, and you're usual. You haven't changed. Ace of Swords, victory after a struggle, cutting ties, new beginnings, positive changes coming in for her.
That's
Two
so
aces
funny.
there.
No, all my British mates, they sent me a picture. It's just a joke, but they sent me a picture of it's a setup, and it was him with his ear bleeding and a packet of ketchup hanging out, hanging out of his shirt
Tommy
collar.
Kay.
You know the Brits; they always make a joke and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a setup.
So I've got the Page of Rods. communicator. So good news coming in for her.
Mm-hmm.
Quite positive reading for her straight away already, you know, at that 10. All right, let's go over here. So I have got the Wheel of Fortune. So there's positive changes coming in and money also coming in for her. That one there. My wish card for her. She wishes to be in the White House. Literally. And she's the magician. She's got all the tools available to her. She just needs to apply them.
This is very positive so far.
So I have the King of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And on my list there, I've got none of them connected there. But I would say that probably Mr. Harris is a perfectionist in his work studies and stuff that he does, you know. There you go. That's her card. She is the Queen of Swords, Libran. She needs to hold on to her money. Yeah. She carries a burden. She wants to make sure she does the right job with this. She needs to. So I've got a male figure in spirit around her as well. Guiding, protecting, looking after her. Now, I also think this will be her emotional side coming out. Okay? The Queen of Cups. Because we're going to concentrate on them two only today, aren't we? And there is an offering in the pipeline for her. But at the same token, I think she's a bit of a worrier. The anxiety and the pressures probably can get to her sometimes, you know? This is where her emotions kick in. There is a situation where it's going to turn her world upside down.
Ooh. No. Ooh, really?
Yeah. But there will be celebrations. When things like that happen, it doesn't necessarily always mean bad. I always say things happen for a reason. Do you know what I mean? There's a loss around her as well. Over this way. The Death card. So this is where she's come to the end of her current life cycle, going into the next period. And it's positive changes coming in for her. When one door shuts, another one opens.
Yeah, but the tower,
Yeah.
and the death card, would that not indicate maybe a loss of a family member or
they're not together?
Oh.
They're not side by side. But here is the card of deceit and deception. This will be interesting. Right, okay. So if I got cups after this card, usually it indicates there's an affair going on. All right? But this is where, for example, they ask, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, I'm fine, because the walls come down. She ain't opening up. She's a bit of a closed book. But there are times that she does feel trapped. So the route that she's heading for is a kind of like, I don't know, I'm picking up maybe that it's kind of, it's expected of her, but she's feeling a bit slightly forced to go in that direction.
So
because let's face it, old Joe doesn't know what day of the week it is.
No. No. But what I pick up when I talk to her is this is a little overwhelming for her. And she is being forced into. Now I felt that, right? It wasn't that she had much of a choice. I don't think she ever anticipated being president or running for president. This is all a bit of a surprise for her.
Yeah. And that's what I'm getting on here as well, Liz. You know, it's like, well, who else are we going to turn to in our hour of need? You know, hence why she feels trapped. But there is the side of her, the Pentacles, where she will give it her best. She's a perfectionist in her work, and she will do the best she can in what's given to her. Do you know what I mean? And she's got choices and decisions to make. Because at the end of the day, she's no one's fool. She knows what she's going into. I mean, that's a massive change for her, really, when you think about it.
And unexpected.
Yeah. And there's a lot to take on for her here. A hell of a lot. Oh, I've got two there. Right. Well, I'll give you this one first. So she's got major decisions to make. And this is around the work aspect of what she does. And once she's made this decision, she'll be like the phoenix out of the fire. And there's the new beginnings around money, work, and business for her. Two pentacles, three pentacles in a row there. But there's times I think she wished she could walk away from it all. I have the King of Rods. So I would say that maybe the husband could be quite fiery. There's no one on my list there that's Aries, but this is the Earth Father guiding, protecting, looking after him. And he's going to hear from someone from his past. But he has got good news coming through within the next 8 weeks. The Queen of Justice, her word is her sword, her scales will balance for a fair outcome in his favour in this situation. But he does, however, need to be on his guard. In the middle now. Money reward card for him. New vehicle. Needs a bulletproof one. Big joke, sorry. Earth Mother guiding, protecting, looking after him. Sorry about that. I just don't know where that came from. Oh. Bearing the fruits of the labour, money reward cards, so money coming in for him.
Lots of money cards coming up for them.
Yeah. But I mean, this is the, this is Joe, Scorpio. Can't ignore Joe coming through. Good old Joe. He's got more than backache.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was going to say something there, but I better not. I don't want to annoy you.
No, people are just really oversensitive around election time, right?
Absolutely.
It's just,
and you can understand.
So oversensitive. It's like, they can't even take a joke. So I would just be cautious.
Yeah. Throw caution to the wind. This is a strength card. It's giving him the strength to take control of the situation.
You know what? When I tapped into Joe Biden, and the listeners will know this because I put the video out, but when I tapped into him, he was relieved. He didn't want to be there anymore. He was like, "Oh, thank God this is over," right?
Yeah. Sorry. 1 second.
So what's he getting through now? Is that what you're picking up on the cards? That he was relieved?
I think so. Because look, he's moving home.
And you got that for him before.
Yeah, I did. I said that to you before.
You did. You said he's moving home.
Yeah.
So what?
And I was right.
You were right. You were right.
Because look, the reason why? Because of his health. It's all health related for him.
Wow.
That's it. This is it. It's his health that's affected him, and this is what's made the decision. We're back to Mr. Harris. His health is what's made all these changes going on, And you'd have thought, like, Jill would have said, look, do you know what? You're just not up to this. You're going to put yourself into an early grave if you carry on. So why go through all that? You couldn't cope with it. Couldn't cope with the pressures. Right. Kamala's husband. He's a Libran as well, by the way.
Hmm.
The best card in the pack for him. Positive outcomes and happiness.
Wow.
But however, there are reoccurring problems around this guy. There's something going on with him, I think, in the background. They'll dish some dirt on him, no doubt, I'm sure. But he has got a female in spirit, guiding, protecting, and looking after him. And both his parents are alive, so it must be like a grandmother figure. But his hands are tied in a situation. Did it the wrong way, upside down. And this is his emotions, a bit like a pendulum at the moment. But no, it's like he's supporting Kamala. And probably he too didn't think this is where they'd end up, you know? But he's a grafter, hard-working guy. Do you know much about him, Liz?
No, nothing.
I think he's going through a bit of confusion as well. It's like, OMG, what's going on here? But his money will balance. Money goes to money, I always say. Not here, darling. But he's got the angel of temperance, guiding, protecting, looking after him. And the angel's message is to take a step back, see what's on offer, then make your decision. Don't go in like a bull in a china shop. Boom, boom. Lovers, but also Gemini. So let's see where we go, because we've got a couple of Geminis there. We've got Jill and we've got Donald. Oh, well, let me see. There's battles and arguments going on here. That could be for either of them at the moment.
That is probably them versus the Trumps, because they'll have to have debates if she's the elected Democratic nominee.
Yeah, small problems, but nothing major. Call it an ear. Sorry. I'm sorry, I can't help. But I did watch an interview with him, or he was speaking somewhere, and he was saying how it was God that was looking after him and protecting him, and blah blah blah. I won't say what I thought.
Well, I mean, that was lucky though, Joe. I mean, he just turned his head and it grazed his ear, and you can see the picture of the bullet, right? I
Yeah.
mean, and how traumatizing would that be for everyone to
Oh,
witness
absolutely.
that assassination? And the other people got killed. You know, that one guy
That's
was a
that's terrible.
fire
That is.
captain. He was a fire captain that got killed, and
That's sad.
it is.
You know, and it's every time it's happened over there. You know, you just think, the attempts that have failed in the past as well. Um, I mean, I know it's before your time, but I think was it Kennedy was the last one that was assassinated?
No, Ronald Reagan, there was an assassination
Oh
attempt.
yeah, but he survived.
Right. Right, but there was still an attempt. But what gets me is, and if those of you out there, not to take the limelight off Gerry, but if anybody follows David Oates, okay, he's an Australian guy out of Adelaide. He does reverse speech. And he is now running reversals on, because they always say, oh, it's a lone shooter, it's a lone shooter, JFK, lone shooter, this one, lone shooter. And now they're saying that this kid was a lone shooter, right?
Yeah,
And we're going to see what happens on the reverse speech, because a lot can come out on that.
that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, yeah. He's done reversals for God knows how many years, and it does, like, a lot of the truth comes out. He's had his house petrol bombed. One of his sons was murdered. Yeah,
My
yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah.
Oh God, that's just crazy. That is. I'm shutting up.
Right.
Right, so I've got the Two of Pentacles here. This is work-life balance. He's trying to keep everyone happy. I don't think he's making anyone happy, but we
Is
will
that
see.
going to be Trump or is that going to be the husband?
This is Trump we're on now because of the Gemini aspect. Because, well, I don't know whether it's Jill or Don at the moment, but there is financial security and security in a relationship. Let's see where we go. I want something to give really. Oh, okay. So, baby in the family circle. Someone's feeling left out in the cold. I think this could be Jill's aspect of it, you know. Acknowledging the heartache. You know, I'm being more lean going over to Jill's side. At crossroads, decisions to be made.
Yeah, that sounds
To
like
live next. Relationship card. World is our oyster. Travel as well. We have got 3, 6, 7 cards left. Going middle. Female. Now, I would say none of the ones that we've got on there relate to the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But would you, any idea whether she's quite fiery? Which one is the fiery one out of them women? Kamala, Jill, or Mrs. Trump?
definitely not Melania.
Right.
She's not a fiery personality. She's more of a go with the flow type of person.
Keep everyone happy, yeah. Well, let's see where we go with this. So there's victory here in this situation. I'm going to go straight in.
Kamala.
Words right out of my mouth. But rocky period and moving on to calmer waters. So this rocky period is what she could be going through now. Yeah, Kamala. More work coming your way, change of a job or promotion. Yeah, can't get better than that, can you now? Feeling a bit restless? She wants it all resolved, sorted out. Come on, what's going on? She's going to get help and opportunities. And I always say that comes from spirit usually. And there is a happiness in the relationship. That's the last one. I'd say that's Kamala, definitely.
So that could be where she's going to be chosen by the Democrats as their next nominee to run. Who's going to win?
Interesting to see.
Yeah. Oh, you're not going to pull a card on it then.
Oh, well. Sorry, I've done 78 cards, sweetheart. They're all there, all proof in the pudding.
So I think that's probably that maybe these cards are an indication that she will be running.
I think so, definitely. There's a lot of changes coming in around her. And as I say, I think this wasn't expected, but it's expected of her, if you know what I mean. You know, because at the end of the day, they want to put someone up against him that they've got a chance of winning with. And they just don't have that with Biden. The confidence isn't there anymore. He hasn't got, I don't think he's got the health and the mental ability to do it. It doesn't, it sort of comes across here when the interviews we see here is like, does he know what planet he's on or what day of the week it even is,
Well, and that's a shame because
what
we got through was that it was Jill that was kind of the mastermind of that, which is a shame because, you want to.
Well, then why doesn't Jill go for it then?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
If she is the mastermind behind it all, then why doesn't she stand up and become the first lady?
I don't know.
But then she probably is like, do you know what? She's sort of been there, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt. Let someone else do it. It's not as glamorous as it. And thinking also, oh, Donald Duck there got shot at. Why don't let someone else do it? I don't want to be the one that's going to be shot next. You just don't know what goes through their heads, and it's a big position to be in. But I wouldn't want to do it. That's for sure. Tidy up someone's mess after they've done that. Interesting though. Let's just put a card out and see what card I get. I'm going to pick up. Spread them all out. Spread them all. Make a nice.
What's your intention on this this one? The
Uh,
winner of the election?
let's see what I get. Right, dark-haired person, Libran, not to be trusted. Oh, that's what she is.
Yeah.
Phony. Strength card. Strength to take control of the situation. Oh, let's do 5. That's 2. Money reward card. 3. Change of direction. 4. Bear of good news. Coming in 5 for her. I'd say she's going to go for it. I'd be very surprised if she doesn't. She's got his back in anyway, hasn't she? Hasn't she, Liz?
Sorry, was that a cue for me?
Yeah, well, there's no other Liz in the room that I'm talking to.
Well, you don't know. The Queen, the
You're
late.
not on the channels now, you know. I'm not talking to her. Get real. Oh,
Yeah.
that's how it looks at the moment with the readings.
So, but that do we think she's going to be the winner?
Is she the winner? I think she's got a good chance of it. You know, I mean, the fact is, what she's, standing for, the woman's point of view and all that kind of stuff. That really does. I give what I get and what I see. It's not. I'm not making it up. What's not there. That's what I read and that's what I give.
Well, you gave me the best tarot card reading I've ever had. And the
Thank
thing
you.
about it is, at the time of receiving the reading, it's like, okay, but my logical mind couldn't understand how this was going to play out. And then what
No.
happened? Bang, 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 bang. It all played out. And it was absolutely 100% accurate. So, yeah, I tell you what, Jill, do me a
Yeah.
favor. Pull a card
What
for me. See what you
for
get.
you?
Yeah.
How many do you want?
I don't know. How many are you going to give me?
Yeah, Liz, I can't thank you enough because you have got some wonderful, wonderful followers, and you've literally opened the doorway for me to come in contact with these people. And every one of them, there's not one that I'd say, oh God, every one of them is just adorable. I'm so lucky.
And now they
And
get
I've
to
got,
hear me have a reading.
huh?
Oh Lord, I'm scared what's going to come out in my reading. I may have to edit this out.
I think you might have to as well, my darling.
Uh-oh.
Right, I'm going to go 9.
You're
So
gonna you're gonna
1,
you're gonna tell all my secrets.
2. Oh, I've got loads of secrets about her, believe you me.
Burn, burn, burn.
Burn, burn, burn. Ring of fire. Okay. Ring of fire. Okay. Interesting. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Okay.
Oh. Okay. What secrets are you going to give the audience about me?
Okay. Well, first of all, you have to remind me when's your birthday
Oh,
or
come
star
on,
sign. Huh?
Aries.
Oh, of course, yeah, you're fiery. Okay, well, the first card I've got for you is the Judgment card. You've got major decisions to make.
About what?
About money, work, and business.
Hello, God. More
Hello.
decisions. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Oh, please don't change the record, sweetheart. But you're the magician. You've got all the tools available to you. You just need to apply them, sweetheart.
Mm.
You are the magician. But you also have got choices and decisions to make. And obviously, the cups is about love, relationship, and emotional matters.
Oh, God.
Because bless you, I feel your pain. You've been through a rocky period, but you are moving over to calmer waters now.
I knew that. I knew that. I've had a rough, probably the last year has been well, but before that, I had a rough 2, 3 years. Yeah.
Oddly enough, I've just got
Everything
a.
is cyclical. Everything is cyclical, right? So, you'll go through these transit periods, astrological transits where, you're being pulled in different directions and things are going, you may have years, 2 or 3 bad years, and then suddenly you'll start coming out of it. Then you'll have some good years and then it'll cycle back. So, I mean, it's just like yin and yang effect, really. You will,
Absolutely.
yeah. So that makes sense to me.
Okay. Well,
And they can't see you while I'm talking, by the way. So I'm just filling the air there.
that's fine because I was just reading Sky News update about Joe Biden's speech tonight. And was Biden's timing deliberate? And is there any truth to Michelle Obama's theories? So, what's her theories then? I've not.
But no idea.
Okay. Well, that's for another story. So, who is the King of Pentacles around you? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male.
Virgo, my husband, which you know him because he wasn't your sergeant.
No, he wasn't my sergeant.
He was on a different team to us. He was a sergeant on the
But he
team.
done lots of overtime when I was there, though.
Yeah, because bloody hell. Liz was on maternity leave.
The poor man worked like a Trojan. But he always sat near me because we always used to have a bit of a crack. Like, chart. That sounds really bad. I mean, crack.
You know
I
what?
mean, oh my
Is
life.
that what you're trying to tell me in the reading, Joe?
No. No, when we worked together, he always
Who's
used to sit near
cracked?
my pod because he always said I was one of the most helpful supervisors there in the room. Huh?
Who's cracked?
Not crack. Joke, laugh, ha ha ha. The crack, CRAIC, not that other crack.
Well, which one? No, I'm not talking
What?
about the drug crack.
No, laugh, fun, jokes at work.
Liz, this is what you're getting in your reading when you were at home with the baby.
Stop. Right. So this is you being a perfectionist in your work. And everyone I've spoken to through you, I've always said how like meticulous you are and how you give your all 100%. And that is true. You've always done that even with me. So namaste. But there are times you do feel trapped though. Yeah. But I have got good news coming through for you for the next 8 weeks.
Thank God for that.
Now, my question to you is, are you thinking of changing your motor vehicle? Because I've got a new vehicle coming your way as well.
You're not sending me a horse, are you?
No, oddly enough, that's
I'll
kind of the second card, but this is a change of direction or a new vehicle for you.
Ooh, could be change of direction.
There you go. So there's your 9. Do you want another 9? That was interesting.
Yeah, go on, man. Go on.
Because it's you, sweetheart.
Thank you. I'll send you a payment.
You, please. That's all you do for me. Oh, okay. 2, 3, 4 figures. 5.
Oh no.
6. Yep, 7. Oh, 2 in a row. Oh, okay, 8. Okay, bang in the middle. Come on, you. Oh, look, that's just so, yes. Right, so you have got more work coming your way, change of job or promotion. It's just going to be more work coming your way. It's your heartache. And it's what we discussed a bit earlier on.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But you do need to stand your ground and overcome your obstacles. You're not a doormat to nobody.
Well, love, you know that.
No, I know, but yeah. The Queen of Justice, so where does her sword? Her scales are balanced for a fair outcome in your favour. Because someone feeling left out in the cold, well, it's what we discussed earlier on as well. They probably don't realise what they're saying, but hey ho. Now, this is where we go in an interesting way. We have got the Ace of Swords, and this is victory after a struggle, cutting ties, new beginnings. So there are positive changes coming in for you. But more interestingly is I've got another Ace of Cards, an Ace of Pentacles, and that's new beginnings around money, work, and business. So I can see a change of direction here for you. You ain't going nowhere, you. You're staying right here.
if I'm changing directions, then what am I
That's
doing?
positive changes. There's more coming your way.
Oh,
However, and this is
uh-oh.
where, yes, this is where I want you to look after yourself a bit more, your health.
Look, I know that. I know that.
Well, listen, you don't like the message, don't come knocking on my door. I told you that before. Shit. Uh, impersonation. But please, 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 you need more me time.
I do.
Okay. And if you do not listen to me, spirit will knock you off your feet.
I
And talking of
know.
spirit, God bless her. She's coming through, guiding, protect, looking after you.
Oh, my mom.
Your mum.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
nice?
nice.
What a
Yeah.
nice way to end the reading with your mum coming through.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that heartache does that signify a loss or
It's acknowledging the loss, and there she was at the end.
so was that the loss of my mom or oh,
The loss of your mum.
but that wasn't the loss of my dad.
He's not gone in the last hour of us being online, has he? I couldn't resist that. Sorry. Go check. Go check.
No, no, no. But I mean, that the heartache. I won't. Look,
There's
I call people out. I look when I give readings to people. You can't just stop the information or curtail it because it's public. Okay, so that was probably about my dad who isn't well.
no, but what I'm saying here, there's all that heartache involved in what's going on, the phone calls you were getting and all this other stuff as well. It's heartache to you because it's like it's personal and you're trying to do your best for them. And these people are just like, knock on your door,
Yeah.
giving you ag you don't need. It's heartache. But also the heartache is there of the loss of your mum. And to prove the point, there she came at the end to say, I'm
Oh,
still around you, guiding, protect, looking after you. You're doing a great job, girl.
thank you. I try. I try. I want, the way we structure things is I like for people to learn. Okay? Because it's really important. We're forced down here on the earth plane. We don't have a clue what's going on. We've had the mind wipe. Do we have a soul? Now we have all these religions coming in, telling us this, telling us that. And we have politicians telling us this, telling us that, right? And we're just so steeped in this confusion that we don't
Mm-hmm.
even know what we're doing here, right?
No,
So I just
exactly.
try to really structure things so that we're constantly learning, learning, learning what is this system, and not only what is it, how do we beat it, or how do we navigate or maneuver our way around it. So that's kind of what I always try to do. Am I
Well, you
keeping
do.
you up? You yawning?
Oh, well, I thought I wasn't online when you were talking.
I could see you.
Oh, yeah, but they can't.
They know now.
I've had a busy couple of days. I've cleared me diary. You should be impressed with me, Liz. You've got no weeks waiting for readings now. I can do them as and when people want them now.
Wonderful. Well, if anybody would like a reading with my good friend Gerry, Gerry, I love you so much. We
Love
used
you
to
too,
have so
Liz.
much fun.
We do.
Email him at Gerry with a G, Cline Tarot at outlook.com. It will be in the comments, pinned at the top for all to see. And you don't even charge that much. I've told you about that, but I mean, you don't. You always have a very busy schedule. You do psychic nights, you do parties, you give my kids crisps and chocolates and lots of cup of tea so they're bouncing off the walls for the drive home from your
You like. No, I just want to make sure that when people come to the house, it's like the girl said last night. She said, you really made me feel welcome coming to your house. She said it was lovely, and she wants to come back again. And already, I've since we've been online, I've had two messages from two of her friends saying that Ruby said that she had such a fantastic reading, and they want to book in now as well. So
they better get in quick if they want to read in. All
yeah.
right, love. Well,
All
thank
right,
you
love.
so much. I really appreciate it. I hope to come and see you
That would
soon.
be wonderful.
It would. I like
Um, Go on.
The trapped feeling, the trap card is probably, my dad's not well, so I have to, stay put for the time being, and that's okay too.
Yeah, it is what it is. But your mum's guide and protect looking after you, and that's what you want to keep there. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Have
so
a
lucky.
wonderful week, Liz.
You too. Thank you so much.
I'm going to check on the dogs. They're over at mum's at the moment. And what else? I've got lots to do still anyway, but the kennels are coming on nicely, slowly but surely, but they're getting there. Looking forward to doing Paul's reading on the 28th. And if anyone wants reading, get in touch. No problem at all. Namaste, Liz. Enjoy the rest of your week.
And you, my love.
Great talking to you. I'm sorry it's been so long, but we've both been really mega busy.